Hello beautiful people, I'm RaishPhoenix, and in today's video I want to talk about how I've been feeling these last couple of days. From last week, from the point that I'm filming this video right now, last week George Floyd was killed. And honestly, from the second I started seeing the images of him being killed over and over and over again on Twitter, I knew that I had to take a break from social media. It triggered a lot of memories for me regarding moments in my life where I have been exposed to racism, and maybe I had been so damn used to it that I kind of brushed it off, or I somehow unfortunately thought it was normal, but knowing that I'm not okay with this version of normal. It's crazy thinking in the beginning of this pandemic, literally one of the first thoughts I had was, at least there won't be any cases of police brutality. At least, the racists will be home, they'll be occupied with something else, and black people will actually be able to live, maybe their entire lifespan. Like, that would be nice. And then I hear about Breonna Taylor. I hear about Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and many other things. I hear about a man going grocery shopping in a KKK mask. And like, I don't even know how to articulate it, how crazy it is to be in the middle of a pandemic and people still feel comfort in the racism, that people are still okay with this hatred. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. I think about moments in my life where there's either racism or really deep-rooted ignorance, rooted in the way that people behaved, and because I was exposed to it for so long, or because I was around it in multiple places, like seeing the same thing happen in multiple places, how it had become a version of normal that I knew that I wasn't okay with. I knew something was off, but I don't know, it became something that would be kind of brushed off my shoulder. And it's crazy to think about, when I was in high school, seeing individuals, or more so hearing individuals who aren't black, using the N-word in every other sentence, or in every other word in a sentence. And it's like, I think about that now, and not even just in high school, because it has happened recently, more recently, where there are individuals who aren't black who are using the N-word, and I'm like, why? What does that word mean to you? Like, why are you using it? Tell me, what does that word mean to you when another black individual is killed? What does it mean to you? Do you still find comfort in using that word after another black individual has died? It's crazy thinking about when I'm on Instagram, and if I come across a makeup brand that I haven't used before, another creative, maybe they're a photographer, maybe they're a clothing line, the first thing I do is I go to their page and I see if there are any black individuals, because I need to know that they care about me. I need to know that they care about representation. I need to know that they care about black lives. I need to know that I'm not just an afterthought, And it's crazy how that's been my reality, that it's been normal for me to have to check if an individual or a brand actually cares about black people, as opposed to a brand or an individual caring about black people, caring about our lives, caring about representation, caring about visibility, our voice. I can't explain what it's like to be a black individual going for a walk in a neighborhood And whenever a car slows down or when a car passes by, to literally look over your shoulder because you're afraid that they might shoot you just because you're black. I can't explain what it's like to be going for a walk and to constantly be looking over your shoulder because you don't know what's going to happen. I can't explain what that feels like. I can't tell you what it's like to go to the doctor and to tell them your symptoms, what you're going through and what you're feeling when you're not well. And for them to tell you that, well, your vitals are okay, well, you seem perfectly fine, and to not know if they really are fine or if they're telling you that because you're black, because they don't care, because they don't want to help you, because they don't care about your well-being. I don't know how to explain that. I can't tell you what it's like to watch anime, to know that you love anime, to know that anime is an amazing part of your life, and to see so little black individuals in anime. To not have a lot of animes where there is a black main character. I can't explain what it's like to find a brand who has clothes that looks amazing and you love, you know, like you find somebody that you're following, you know, and you love what they're wearing, and you go on that brand's page and you see that they have one black woman on their page. That's it. Everybody else is white. Just one black person. It's crazy listening to songs that came out years ago that speak on police brutality, and they're still relevant today. It's still happening today. I think about when I've gone into a Sephora to get makeup, like after working, you know, because I used to work in a mall, and I went into a Sephora to go pick up makeup. I literally had one item in my hand, and there would always be this one white woman, this elderly white woman, who would come up to me and be like, "Are you finding everything okay?" And I'd be like, "Yes, I'm fine, thank you." And then she's just like, "Oh, here's a bag if you need one. Here's a bag if you need one." I'm like, "I'm fine, I don't need a bag, I have one item." And then she would kind of just hover by me. And just, she would face somewhere else, but I could clearly see that she still had me in her peripherals. And it happened almost every single time. Every time I saw her. And if she wasn't helping a customer or ringing up somebody else, she definitely just stood there, somewhere near me, just watching me shop. With everything that I have been seeing regarding the peaceful protests and people who have been very verbal and vocal online about their experiences as a black individual, and those who are even not black and who have spoken on aiding visibility to black content creators and black individuals, I'm grateful to see those things happening, because you know, I don't want it to be something that only happens in February. I don't want it to be something that only happens when another black individual is killed. I would love if this becomes a movement, you know, not just a hashtag, not just something that is spoken about every now and that there's an actual change. And right now, with the way things are going, I do feel like, hopefully, from brands and from conventions and from so many other spaces, I hope that they continue to change, you know, that they continue to see the impact of being inclusive and bringing awareness to the black content creators that exist, you know, that we exist, that we're here, that we matter, that our voices matter, and I just hope we continue to keep moving in the right direction.